like the way this feels. How about y'all?
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling at the beach bar. I'm the guy that still has his T-shirt on, and I'm going to order me a little dirty banana from the hot little bartender. And there's this like little Jamaican band in the corner, and they're real good too. Like they're super good, you know.
Oh, you're wearing your white linen pants?
No, I'm just wearing like 3X bathing suits.
Oh.
Some flip-flops and like a, Bubba Army, maybe a white Bubba Army shirt, you know.
Okay.
But what's this dirty banana thing you keep talking about?
That's his drink.
That's my drink, Dan.
A dirty banana?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
we have
my-
a Deer Beach?
for
I mean, I
real.
don't understand.
Dan, if it's like a couple's deal, we went to like, Sandals at the resort, and we were all
Like
ordering
Atlantis
drinks.
or something?
Yeah, like we're all ordering drinks and like, Merch Crick. I actually think she likes like Captain Morgan and Coke. I think that's her drink.
It's like a food group for her.
Yeah, that's a drink.
Yeah. And then they would go to you and they'd say, "Mr. Sir, the Django gentleman, what would you like?"
A little Don Julio.
Okay, perfect. And then you, the Puerto Rican girl, what do you want?
Crown of Coke.
No, I'm talking to Romina.
Oh.
Somebody,
White wine. Red wine.
Yes.
red wine.
Red wine.
Can you give me her little accent, Anna? Like how?
May I have a Pinot Grigio, por favor?
Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, and then the heavier, the big guy in the back. What do you want?
Double vodka and Sprite,
no,
please.
not you. I'm talking about me. Now they're.
I thought I was just a fat guy. You're not fat.
It was a couple's deal.
I know, but I thought
It
maybe
was
I was
me and
just
the
in the
Merch
back.
Crick and Dan and Romina.
Ashley and Lummy.
I didn't say them to
Two?
begin with,
Okay.
so I'm not prepared for them to be at our party.
You just said fat, and I thought of me.
So I was, as if they were taking my order. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, and you there in the back there." The fat guy.
Yeah, what'd you like?
I'll take a dirty banana.
Do you have any Percocets? On
What the hell
tap?
is a dirty banana?
Did you get a dirty banana with a floater too, Bubba?
Me? I order a dirty banana.
But what is it?
Oh, it's like, I don't even know. Here, let me ask.
He doesn't even know.
Let me know. Hold on. Alexa, stop.
That last caller, was that his favorite drink?
Stream
Hold on.
paused.
No, I don't want to. Alexa, good morning. Turn on. Stream on. Hello.
Shuffling Hello and similar songs on Amazon
no,
Music.
I don't want any of that. Alexa.
Oh, I love this song.
Be quiet.
Hello.
Stop.
Is it me you're looking for?
Yeah, how would you like to get a copy strike Willie and the entire show be lost for nothing?
Yeah.
Always got to think about the money, Anna. Thank you. I'm a carnival salesman over here with a used car kicker. So, what were we at?
Dirty banana.
Hey,
Yeah, right
Alexa,
here.
what are the contents of a dirty banana cocktail?
Here's something I found on reference.com. Allrecipes.com, Food Network and Drinks Mixer provide recipes for dirty banana cocktails, which incorporate ingredients such as bananas, ice cream, banana and coffee-flavored liqueurs, and dark rum.
Okay,
To make the dirty banana recipe from
I
allrecipes.com,
sent you the recipe.
combine 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream with 1 ounce each of coffee-flavored and banana liqueurs in the jar of a blender.
Yeah, it's just
It's
basically
like a milkshake with a little alcohol in it?
It's basically an alcoholic milkshake.
Wow.
Is what you can call
A
it.
little protein in
And,
there.
Dan, I'll suck down about 4 of those, and I'll be so lightheaded because I don't really drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I mean, I do other stuff,
That's
but I
4
don't.
scoops of ice cream, Bubba.
I
But
know.
it sounds good. You get a little floater on top,
Oh
maybe?
yeah. Oh, Big E, $50 in the Cash App,
Thank you.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all at the
Delish.
Bubba Army.
It sounds yummy, but
Oh,
it sounds like it's about 1,000 calories a drink.
But Dan, that's it's the most pussified thing. I mean, most people
You're not
are
a
like,
big drinker.
I'll take a Jack and Coke, or I'll take whatever.
Some tequila.
I order I'm the biggest pussy when it comes to drinking. Daniel Abney on the PayPal, and then James Green also on the PayPal.
Thank you.
Are you like a sex on the beach shot kind of guy?
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
Oh, God.
Like if I'm going to the dollhouse, then it's usually sex on the beach, on the rocks.
Yeah, those are good.
No, but it's such a pussy. It's such a pussy move. Like I try to tell that guy, be tough, don't be a pussy.
It's actually not.
When it comes to drinking,
You can flex like
I'm
a girly
kinda-
drink.
Yeah, oh,
It's kind of fun.
thank you for the stick up. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
for
it's
real.
okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Dan,
Do you
Dan,
like White Claws and things like that?
No.
Did you ever
Yes.
drink
Oh,
like the
sorry.
Zima?
No,
Zima?
no, I wasn't.
Zima.
Mm-mm. I'm not.
How about
like,
wine coolers? Were you like a wine cooler guy?
No, you.
Farm?
You know
My
what?
friend Bob
Smirnoff
used to
Ice?
like wine coolers because they were just so easy to drink.
No,
it
you
makes you
guys.
giggly.
You know what I am? I'm like I don't drink at all. Like I usually just say, get me a Diet Coke.
How we swallow these pills?
Yeah, I got pills. I mean, who needs alcohol?
Yeah,
you
yeah, alcohol if you got
you
pills.
rookies are still on the alcohol.
Exactly.
I'm 3 steps beyond you
It's for
guys.
amateur night.
Yeah. And when they make me blow in that little meter on the side of the road, I'll be all zeros, bitch. But I'll be feeling
But your eyes
good.
will be
Yeah,
closed.
with a Rizak Hazard.
Right.
Whoa, said T-shirt. Whoa, 25 on the Cash App.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal at the Bubba Army. We must talk about our YouTube here in a minute. I'm trying to. I'm on bended knees begging. You know what? I'll be a bitch. I'll be a little 90,000 per subscriber bitch. I just want to hit 90,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel by Friday, and I would just be so very happy. And we're like, 1,400 away. So I'm being a little bitch and begging. Please go to our YouTube at the Bubba Army. There's so many great things on there. So many exclusive things that you don't see other places. Get it, and all you got to do is subscribe and get a notifications. There's 2 little things you got to hit. And that doesn't cost anything. It just sends you a notice when we put new stuff up or do something new or go live or something you would need to know anyway in your Bubba Army life. So, bitch, go sign up for our YouTube channel. Pissing me off. Oh, hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Matt from Sebring.
It's not this.
I wanted to ask terrestrially, is there anything other than AM 820 that could reach Sebring?
No, probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
Because I've been listening to you on hold. I couldn't get you on the thing this morning.
Yeah. Well,
Have you tried out of Orlando? Sebring's not too far down.
No, probably more maybe. I don't know, man. Why can't you just listen to us, through the Bubba Army app?
Because I'm in the boonies and the internet's bad.
Oh, the internet's. I'm in the boonies, and you know what? That should be a new country song. I'm in the boonies, and the internet's bad. I don't know what to. Maybe go to BubbaArmyRadio.com, and then you could download the show, but you'd be a little bit behind. Like the new show. What is it up by 10:15?
Yeah, about that. Yeah,
I'll
10:20.
rewatch it.
Yeah. So here's the deal.
I'll rewatch it at least.
Yeah, you can either you could watch it, on Facebook or Rumble or something like that, or you can go to YouTube or BubbaArmyRadio.com and then just download the show, and you got it and can replay it. Literally, it's available 15 minutes after the show is over, buddy.
How old are you?
Oh, 37.
How old's your wife?
Dan, where we
34. I'm not married, though.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, this is he
I
called.
know he's not the same guy.
No, he called the other day about the child support thing too. He has a kid with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you got a kid with another woman, don't you?
I do, and I
she
actually did the wrong thing and told her.
Hold on. Told who? Your new wife?
Oh yeah, the child support thing. She hasn't been coming after it.
Oh, hold on.
And you said don't tell her.
I told her that.
Hold
I told her that I wanted
on.
to
Everybody
see him
needs
more.
to burn a timeout here. We got to backfill Willie this. A lot of people don't remember this, including Anna and I. So can you tell me,
Sorry.
Lummy?
Yes.
Tell me when this phone call happened.
When Virginia was in.
All right, so last
Thursday.
Thursday, and he called in. And what was his issue?
So he doesn't get. I think he can only see his kid one day a week, but he doesn't pay child support, and his wife or the baby mama has never asked for it. And you and Regina said don't tell her, because he was like, well, if I start paying child support, maybe I'll get to see her a little bit more. And you're like, don't mention child support. And
but try to see
and
the
that was
kid
the
more.
first thing he
correct.
did.
And the first thing he did was, I guess, go and tell her.
You bitched
Well,
out too. So you completely
No.
didn't even. You didn't even. You go. If you didn't even
No.
use. You called in to ask for advice. We gave you advice, and you went completely opposite the advice. That's why it went south. You dumbass.
No, it went all right. It was just I told her that I wanted to see him more. That's all I came from. I didn't talk about child support.
Oh, you said just a minute ago you did.
No, she brought it up. She said, well, you have back years of child support. And I said, well, they only go back 2 years now.
No, see.
Actually, hold on. And I'm pretty sure on this one, you did say, don't push it or she will want to get more money.
And
Yeah.
so long
we
as you're
told
in
you to be
Yeah.
a cool guy and be super cool because that bitch has got all the cards, you dumbass.
And so long as you're in the state of
fine.
Florida, one of the new laws that went into effect on July 1st has a lot to do with someone in your situation, as far as, a mother keeping her children away from the father.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics of it off the top of my head, but there is a lot that got changed and updated with that, so you should look into that. Because you got more rights than you think you do right
what
now.
Rhett said. So what are you calling me about right now? We're busy.
Not just the radio station that was asking about terrestrially.
Oh, yeah. I would say, BubbaArmyRadio.com, download it. It's like $5.99 a month. I'm sure you can pull that off. You're fixing to have to pull a lot more than that off from child support.
So did she say you're going to be able to see your kid more if you pay, or?
No, she just said that we need to have like a more drawn out plan for this and do something in writing.
What you do, you need to draw out a little plan where you throw in a little child support, not a lot, but what are you supposed to pay? What's your amount supposed to be?
I don't have an amount. She's never brought me up on it.
All
and
right.
I'm looking for disability right now.
There's a
Trying to
country
get it.
song. I don't have an amount. She never brought it up to me, and I'm fixing to go on disability.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, what do you think? It's two children? Two children?
No, one.
One kid. One kid. How old's the kid? 8. Okay. That really a dead cost on that kid. Dead cost is probably about $500 to $600 a month. Dead cost. That's not including the percentage of mortgage, or rent that kid. But just food and general being a kid stuff, including probably housing and utility. It's probably dead cost $500. So could you come up with $500?
Yeah, if I had to, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't have a job.
Sir, but you got to. Like it's kind of, how long you've gone 8 years and not paid nothing?
No, of course. I've had the job most of the time.
How long's it been since you paid?
About 3 years when I got cancer.
Yeah. So for 3 years you've paid nothing, and she
Right.
that kid's getting raised though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well then, who do you think's paying for it? She is.
I know.
By her means, because she's a kick-ass bitch. You're the loser
I agree.
here.
A deadbeat dad.
That's why I'm trying to be cool with her.
Yeah, well, you're a
sound
deadbeat dad. You should get a job.
come
I
on.
don't care if it's going on to McDonald's today. You can find a job, get a job, and start paying and start paying your way. I mean, she's been raising these kids on her own financially for 3 years, and you've done nothing to help her at all financially. That's being a real piece of shit, is it?
And the court won't let you do anything unless you're up to date too on child custody stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
you're
the other
lucky
thing.
she's being cool because if she holds
she's
your
got
ass,
you bent over the table.
if she listen, I'd be asking if she needed her car detailed today,
Yeah,
buddy.
be her
Being
bitch.
I'd be so nice to her. But see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a time to be a bitch.
This is the time. This is the time to be a bitch.
Listen,
Exactly.
There's times as in the life as a man that you got a bitch. This is a time to be a bitch. Honey, I'm so sorry. I know I've been a piece of crap for 3 years, but you know what? I'm getting a job next week, and I'm going to start putting 100 aside or 125 aside for you each month for the kids. I know that I'll never repay for what I owe you, but I want to start at least trying my best for you. That bitch is going to be so happy about that. She ain't taking you back to court or nothing. But if they were to take you back to court, guess what the good news would be? About $20,000 in the rears. That's what the good news. And then you have to hire a lawyer and all that kind of nonsense.
He's got to start double using his colostomy bags.
That's Wiley
Jesus.
25 on the Venmo.
So listen, buddy, you got to figure something out. But you're you're the kind of guy who should never had children.
Well, it sounded
Yeah,
like he was
I
doing
want-
okay before he had cancer.
Still,
Yeah, I was.
you can go to work if you got cancer. Are you in a wheelchair?
No, it's after the chemo and all that stuff. It just makes it hard. You don't have energy.
I know, but I mean, are you getting any government subsidies or anything like that?
Says on
Nothing.
disability.
Yeah, I'm fighting for it. I've got lawyers in Pennsylvania fighting for it.
Fighting for disability, but you don't get any disability as of now.
No, sir.
So what, do you get any government assistance money at all? You get any type of anything? A WIC card? Or,
Medicaid.
you get Medicaid. Okay, that's medical for you.
Yeah, that's it.
You get welfare. You get any kind of food assistance.
No. Oh, food stamps, yeah, but that's it.
Yeah, that's just for your fat ass. So I think this starts and stops with somehow generating additional income into your home, somehow, way, shape, or form, and offering her a portion of it, and that just keeps her happy. That'll keep her at bay. Because if she really wanted to break it off in your ass, she'd take you back to court, and the good news would be, hey, numbnuts, well, whether you got cancer or not, you owe this woman $20,000. She's raised this child alone for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See you later. Bye. Idiot. Right, Dan? I mean, there's that guy should be just absolute. It would just take her to. She could go lawyer up for $300. Get her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Literally,
he's so vulnerable.
She wouldn't even have to lawyer up. She just have to go down to the courthouse.
She doesn't do anything. She just rolls up, and all of a sudden, he's got his any kind of salary is being sequestered.
And think about it,
and he can't bring any kind of complaint.
And all she has to do is literally go to the courthouse,
mention it,
and she walks up to the clerk and she goes, I just like to have the form to fill out when your piece of crap, a baby daddy,
dad form,
has not paid child support in 3 years. I'd like to have that form, please. Okay, ma'am, right here. Fill out this form, get it notarized, and bring it back tomorrow, and we'll haul his ass into court. And he'll be in front of the judge, and then next thing you know, he'll owe you $20,000, and then we, as the county, will put it on our register, and we will regulate as to how much he's paying or not paying, and eventually they'll put you in jail.
Got a lot of great dads calling the show today.
They will put you in jail. There are guys that are in jail for lack of child support.
Sure are.
If you're there's guys that did this thing who were just like this dude, but whose baby mama wasn't, giving the guy a break. They took him to court. The judge said, you better start paying. He didn't pay for 18, 19. Now, it takes a while. They're not going to throw you in jail after 6 months. But after a year or so of you refusing to pay court-ordered child support, these two big lummies dressed up in a uniform come and pick your ass up, put metal bracelets on you, put you in front of the judge, and the next thing you know, you got your orange jumpsuit on for a year in the county jail, right? And there's no evidence. I mean, what evidence are you going to be able to produce that you paid them? Either you paid her or you didn't pay her. Right, Dan? So there's not a lot of wiggle room even on the defense.
Yeah, don't pay in cash. Pay with a check or something.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, I mean, they'll put you in jail. Plus, as a man, don't you feel, right?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Just curious. Like, your variety of listeners is so wide. Like, you got one guy that calls and says, oh, I've had cancer the last 3 years. I can't do nothing. Yeah, it's track meet. And then you got people like my dad who passed away from cancer, but the whole 4 years he fought cancer, chemo, and everything, every time he came back from Shands in Gainesville, he went to work. He got up at 7 in the morning. He owned his own company. He didn't beg for
because your dad is a real man from our generation, a real man, not some 25 to 34-year-old little snowflake and pussy. He's a real man. What real men do.
They all can't work, and they always want child support. But y'all have a great day, man.
Bye, man. Thanks, Track Mate. Whew. Our show's been hijacked by
two calls.
Bad dads.
Yeah.
Bad dad.
One guy. Our show's been hijacked by two pussified men. One man who can't stand up to his wife, and she's blasting the spin instructor, and the other dude who's
Uncle Eric, $50 on the Cash App.
Can't pay for his kids and wants to be a pussy.
It's like an episode of Maury.
Yeah, kind of is. Now I'm running way late. Let me do some words, and I'll try to. I got so many things to talk about. Dan being a Django, this local things that we're doing now. Today's exclusive podcast, begging everybody to go to our YouTube channel so we can hit 90 grand by Friday. And then, Lummy, all the brand new merchandise
for Christmas
that's coming out for Christmas for that Ultimate Bubba Army guy person on your shopping list.
And it's Lummy's birthday. We also have cake.
I have a card and a cake, Lummy.
Well, thank you so much.
And I got you a card, and we got us some cake. Oh, cake sounds real good.
Candles.
Uncle Eric, $50 in the Cash App.
All right, let me do some words so we can get all caught up, okay?
Yep, they phoned that break in.
Me.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Go to wherever you get your app store and go get the Locals app. It's LOCALS, Locals. And then go get signed up and find the Bubba Army, and that's where you'll be able to watch the show today visually and audibly, live as it's happening, or you can wait till 12 and we'll upload it on our podcast world.
And if you are subscribed, you can. There's a live chat. I know, like we have a lot of listeners.
Discord, live chat, whatever, right, Lummy?
Yes.
Fantastic. Michael Beal, Lummy, with his 220, he just threw us on PayPal. He qualified. That's just 2,400, he says.
Thank you.
He has a merch idea, said Bubba Army Beach Balls. I don't know about beach balls, but Dan did have a good idea last week about Bubba Army beach umbrellas.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many umbrellas when you see the pictures of the water and the beach, and it would just be a huge, giant display.
And I think that the average person, I do think, maybe you guys can help me out here. We also got William Motherly, $50 on the PayPal.
Thank you.
James Green, $25. Thank you. PayPal to all. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App at the Bubba Army.
David White, $25 on the Cash App.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, we have 2 tactical bags left.
Oh, my God. We had 25 like an hour ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I would say that they're probably pretty much.
Should take Reds away from them.
Now we have 3. Shame.
Yeah, take rats away from them. What else? Lumby? Oh, so Lumby, we have to celebrate your birthday here.
Yeah, but hold on.
Because Dan has. By the way, I need 90,000 subscribers on our YouTube by Friday, or I'm going to be really mad. I'm just going to be bound. I'm going to be really bummed and sad. So make me happy, please. Your leader, your king, your Messiah. Your John Dutton, your leading character, your main man, your Tulsa King guy, Sly Stallone.
Our Papa.
Your Papa. Your male sensei.
Booby.
Your booby.
Mm-hmm.
Make him happy. And take my 88,800 subscribers that I have now and get me to 90, please, by the end of the week. It's at the Bubba Army. We have some great stuff up there as well. Yes, the redheaded ginger, throw it over to you.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. We have the ability on Locals to set up a free trial period, which is 30 days. Do you have any interest in doing that? I have a promo code ready to go if you want me to turn it on.
Yeah, go ahead. Just give everything away for free. Sure.
Just for people to get a taste of what we're going to be putting up there, because, again, it's going to be content that you can't get on YouTube. You can't find it on Twitter, Instagram, or any of our other stuff. So, Bubba1, BUBBA, number 1. That's it.
Upper or lowercase b?
All uppercase.
Oh, see, if I wouldn't have asked that, the average guy wouldn't have known it. And why did you do all uppercase? Most people aren't used to that.
Okay.
Well, right? I mean, Dan, aren't most people used to capital?
I mean, it's not on yet, so I can change it to whatever you. If you have something else,
I would say either all lowercase or capital B and then lowercase U BBA, but that's open for discussion.
But promo codes are often capitalized. Like we used to, we'll say spring 20. They'll be all spring.
But does it say all caps?
Yes, it did, but I still have time to change it.
Just make it all lowers.
Okay. All lowercase Bubba. BUBBA. Promo code Bubba, all lowercase for a free
Bubba
30-day
or Bubba
trial.
1 now, dude?
Just Bubba. BUBBA.
Okay.
No number.
Yeah, see, there
all
you go.
lowercase.
We're just trying to make it easier for a guy.
Okay.
His phone is default on not being locked into all caps, right? Most person's phones are...
It's like the first letter of the sentence is capitalized and the rest is not.
Right. But
that's default.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all lowercase Bubba. Leave it to us to just argue about a bunch of nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So go get your Locals app, and I guess we're giving it away for free for 30 days, like the whores that we are. Just come abuse us, treat us like free sluts.
On day 31, we're charging you.
And on day 31, throw us a nickel or two.
$5 a month?
Yeah. On day 31, give me a $5 and we'll call it a day, kid. And I'm going to keep putting some good stuff up there for you, too, including Monday's exclusive podcast show visually.
And you can throw us coins while you're at it. It's the same thing as a bit.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you can throw coins.
Just whoring. We just whore. Whore it out, baby.
That's right.
Spread us thin, because that's what we're doing. Hello.
Bubba.
What? I hate delayed callers. That's like one of my pet peeves. When I say hello, be right there with hello or Bubba or what's up. Don't you hate Danny? Don't you hate the 2-second delay?
Yes.
It pisses me off. What do you want, buddy?
I was just calling to tell you that the merch crate got my bag out. Within 30 minutes, I had the email with the confirmation
She's the best.
and the shipment on there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you right now, she stayed up till 11 o'clock on Friday and packed and went to the post office like at 11 o'clock on Friday night. There might be some people that get their bags today. That literally people that ordered on Friday might get them today.
That tactical bag is cool, man. I can't wait to get it. It's awesome.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks.
Spartanburg Randy, 25 on the cash app.
So, Lummy, do you have your card there?
Wait. May I just make a statement? Really ask a question.
So, as we're getting
sitting
ready,
on this all weekend,
as we're getting ready to celebrate Lummy's birthday.
I'm really not trying to hijack the birthday. Happy birthday, Lummy! But
is this birthday related?
Yes, it is
okay.
actually.
I'm gonna say if it's
No. It's
what are we
related.
doing? The third Friday of Saturday related.
Okay. Been sitting on this all weekend.
Lummy, she got a question for you.
First, I want to credit Bubba for. I used to be very against being confrontational. It makes me very uncomfortable. But since I've been a part of the show, I've been more comfortable addressing things that I think need to be addressed.
Oh, my God. Where is this going?
Hold on. In life or on the show?
Jesus.
Just in everything. And this is like, I don't want to say like serious heat, but it's like real heat. It's something I was kind of like sitting on all weekend. Lummy, is there a reason you intentionally didn't invite me to your party on Saturday and you invited everybody else?
I didn't invite everyone else.
Because everybody else got invited.
Well, no, I mean,
and I told you I was making you a cake.
For today.
On Friday.
And I appreciate that, yes.
And I asked you, like a little bitch, like what flavors you wanted, what.
And you've done that before last year.
I do that for everybody.
And I invited you
it's
to
really,
many of my
it's really
birthdays.
important for me to
and I
make people feel celebrated on their birthday. I went out of my way to make you cake. I'm staying at a place that's not my own, so I planned about a week in advance, brought all my baking stuff to the place I'm staying.
Okay.
And I was the only person, as far as I know, that was not invited.
Bubba, did you get invited?
Well, yeah,
of course Bubba got invited.
Well, I mean, if I don't invite Bubba, I got yelled at.
Bless Macho Man's sweet, creatine heart. He comes up to me on Friday. I'm taking out the trash. I had just talked to Lummy about his cake.
Watch play in.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
I didn't invite
It's not his fault. Listen, he says to me, "So am I going to see you tomorrow?"
I'm going to see you tomorrow.
And I said, I was like, poor Mach. He's all messed up. He hasn't been sleeping. I'm like, tomorrow's Saturday, Mach. Why would I see you? And he goes, for Lummy's birthday deal.
Lummy's B-Day bounce house. Oh, yeah, dig it.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, because I really thought we were kind of in the territory of friends, but maybe that was a bit.
Well, I mean, maybe
too much.
Maybe, Anna, that's the uncomfortable answer that Lummy doesn't want to give.
And that's fine, but if there's an issue with me, I would think you'd want to address me
hold
personally.
on. Dan, let's you and I step in as co-hosts and friends of all, right? So let's step in as Switzerland. And Rhett, you can too. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's who's on air. On Mondays, on Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays, this is the lineup. These are the people involved. So what's 3 out of 5? What's the percentage of that?
60%.
So 60% of the show is this lineup, right?
Yes.
And then the other 40% is, not very consistent. Sometimes we bring Brian in, sometimes we don't, blah, 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 blah. But this is the most consistent show and the percentage-wise the most, the most heard part of our program consists of these people. Right. So for the ones that aren't involved, this is an Anna asks Lummy a question, and I don't know if could we step in and help mediate or help.
Well, I just have questions.
I'm just saying, can we step in and can we I'm saying, like, can we make our observations?
Because I think it obviously speaks volumes. I thought Lummy and I were on pretty good terms, and I thought
I've already said
you guys are
out
really
of the way.
good work friends.
It wasn't out of the way to not invite you. We have invited you in the past. I've invited you in the past. You've never come to any event. It was one of those things where I was in the back. Macho wasn't sure what he was going to do. He didn't come to the baseball thing. I was like, hey, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, I didn't see you. Now, I asked him during when you were on your show, and it kind of didn't pop in my mind. I invited Dr. Dan Saturday morning because he wasn't going to go.
Oh, so you invited Dan? Bubba, did you get an invite?
Well, of course I have to invite Bubba.
Right, of course.
He's a friend.
Rhett, did you get an invite? Yeah, because you were sending me content. Obviously, Macho got invited. You went out of your way to invite everybody but
I invited
me.
Dr. Dan on Saturday.
Because he doesn't like you.
You didn't invite
me on Saturday.
You have never been to one of my events that I've ever done, Anna. And it's like, I'm like, when it's to a point, it never crossed my mind to even ask you, because you get to a point when you never show up to something. It's like, well, so when I come in, just like Dr. Dan on Friday. Dr. Dan, did I invite you on Friday when I saw you?
No.
Okay. So Saturday, I was like, okay, what's Dr. Dan?
Because you wouldn't want to make Dan feel left out. You wouldn't want to make Macho feel left out.
His family
you don't give
was
an
out
F
of town.
about me, Lummy, clearly.
Anna.
Clearly you don't.
Okay.
Bubba, I was not slaving away, but simping out, buying him stuff for his freaking cake, doing all the stuff for other people.
No, have you? I never get invited to anything you do.
I thought
you
she
don't
was
ever invite me.
You're right. I didn't invite you to my birthday party, except I did.
Oh, and I came. Did you come to mine that year? No. Did you come to anything I've invited you to? I invited you to Walker's birthday party. I've invited you to 4th of July parties. I've invited you.
I just thought you had more class than
you won't answer that.
wrong.
You're trying to call me out, but I don't get on the air and say, hey.
Because I don't do anything for you.
How many years have you worked here?
3.
And how many years have you invited me to your birthday?
I only had one party, and you were invited to it.
Oh, you've only had one party?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were invited
and
to
I
it.
showed up.
Yeah.
And how many have I invited you to?
I don't know.
More than 3.
It's usually
a lot of them. And you never showed up, Anna.
I will tell you.
Not one single time have you ever showed up.
Hold on.
I was often never
I even
directly
invited you. I even invited you and Blitz to Ashley's party, and I didn't even invite Bubba. And guess what? You didn't show up.
I didn't know about
it. Yes, you did. I invited both of you.
Well, I never heard about it.
Bull. I invited you.
I
got more heat for not inviting Bubba, and I invited you two. And you guys didn't show up.
Okay.
You hasn't showed up to one event I invited you to.
Okay.
So when it gets to a point when it's over 10 times of inviting one person, that it's like, it's not my thing. Like I just said, I didn't invite Dr. Dan on Friday when he was sitting there.
Yeah, but you invited him on Saturday.
Because you know why? His family
Anna,
was out of town.
You don't go to any of his events.
Okay.
You've never, and Anna, I have been to 3 or 4 of his events that you were invited to that you didn't go to.
You didn't go to Creed and Travis' event for the baby shower.
I was at a wedding. I was in a wedding.
But I'm just saying.
In a wedding. I was going to go. I had planned, but you guys changed the day. I couldn't go.
Sorry, Anna. Baby, you know what? My head must have been just because the penthouse thing.
I'm not blaming you for that.
I appreciate you were the cake. I'm sorry. It's not. Listen, you said you were making a cake. It did not cross my mind to
invite me
for Saturday. It never crossed my mind.
Okay.
Just like it didn't cross my mind to invite Dan until I found out that his family was out of town.
Okay.
I'm sorry that. I've invited you, and then when I thinking about the invite list, Red always comes to my stuff.
Okay.
Macho Man was sitting back there. He was just saying he wasn't doing anything the weekend. I said, well, if you want to come by.
Yeah,
He's never been to an event.
Invite everybody but me. I get it. Hey, I get it.
Maybe, I don't know, when Jay comes in, he might even say, I'm a dick for not inviting him.
Okay.
I didn't invite Jay.
Okay. I know. I understand. I just thought
I didn't invite
it
Brian.
would be a
Brian's
classy
been to
move
events
to
I've
invite
had.
all of the staff, but apparently not. And listen, hey, I apologize for not coming to the events for whatever reason. I'm sorry I was in a wedding and
no,
the
that's
date
just
was
one
changed.
event. Oh, you have literally dogged most of my events from back in the day. It's not your scene. You don't like that kind of stuff. You've made it clear on the air years ago, and I've always still invited you. You don't want to go do the stuff we're doing. You always kind of dog on it, and I still invited you. I have still invited you. Yes, you have, Anna.
And oftentimes I was never, directly invited, and that was fine.
You've always been invited. Now you're saying that you were not directly invited. Now you're saying you weren't directly invited. And I've never called you out on it. When you never came to any event, I never came on the air and go, hey, Bubba, I just want to say something. I'm a little hurt that I've invited Anna now to like 3-4 times, and she never comes.
I just thought it was interesting that everyone was invited except
me. And I find it
interesting
interesting that I invite people, and some people actually show up. Some people show up. So I'm sorry I hurt your feelings by not thinking of you. by not sitting there going, man, all right, who usually comes? All right, I'll invite Anna.
Let's we obviously both sides of the story are out. You guys can form whatever opinion you want. If I was to be the judge here, not that there's a right or wrong answer, but I think that I could be a spokesperson, or my opinion is that Anna, he's frustrated on how many times he's invited you and you didn't show up, so he just didn't invite you. And now you've taken that as a super duper disrespect because everybody else got invited, but he does have a good point in the fact that you haven't shown up to any of them. So you guys are both right and you're both wrong. There's no clear cut. Had he, if he flat out had never has invited you and you showed up to, most of the stuff that he invites you to, I think you'd have more validity.
Sure. Oftentimes it was usually through a +1 deal. And
that's how most of my people get invited.
Don't yell at me.
Well, you're coming at me, and then we're gonna do a birthday cake now, and I'm gonna sit here and be like, "Hey, I just got caught."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Hey, I thought it was.
But I have done.
I was excited for your birthday.
She did ruin your birthday. I mean, man. Danny.
I mean, look. Listen. There's been times that I've
But
literally.
how do you think I feel when I'm making
you?
a cake and I'm getting content from people are tagging me and stuff on social media to an event that everyone was invited to but me? It hurt my feelings. What am I going to say? It hurt my feelings. And the event I was able to go to, that I wanted to go to, which was OFF's, baby shower.
Oh, so you only wanted to go to that one? That's the only one. But you have things to do.
No. I wanted to go to Walker's deal. I wanted to go to all those things.
All
Whatever
my birthdays. It never went to. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
But we're arguing about, now we're back to arguing what we were arguing about 5 minutes ago. I mean, we know all of these positions. And I just think we got to chalk. I mean, we're going to sit here and argue all day about it, or we can move on.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm sorry I got upset. I understand your point, and
no, don't do that either, because that's not how you feel.
Well,
so I would say nothing.
Just say nothing?
I would just say, okay,
I understand.
I got it.
But at least now I have answers, Bubba. Because before I didn't have any answers. Before I didn't understand. I was like, is someone not happy? Is someone not comfortable with me being there? Could he if he wanted to talk to me, be like, hey, I want to invite you, but you never come to my stuff. Like, what's the deal?
25 on the Venmo.
So I get it. I wanted answers. I got my answers.
No, you didn't get, because you're like, oh,
no, you're right.
I didn't invite you because no. It's one of those things where it never crossed my mind to even ask.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm not good at inviting people. Case in point, Ashley's birthday with Bubba. I was put in charge of inviting Bubba. I didn't invite him.
I was a little hot on that one.
Yeah.
Too,
okay. I mean, from my perspective, the reason why it hurt so bad to me, at least, is because if I was doing an event, there's no conceivable universe where I would invite everybody but you. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you.
Okay. All right. Well, I sorry that I invited everyone. That's why I guess I should have shot you a text and got a 0 response back probably.
Yeah, right.
But you were probably busy.
I never not respond.
Let me. That wasn't just, you should have shot her a text. Let's leave it at that. You don't have to.
But still, even on I got heat for not inviting certain people that are my friends to my party. Really literally, I'm bad at inviting people, and if they don't have social media stuff, my bad. I'm sorry.
Listen, it's over. She's, it is. We don't have to like each other in order to do a good show.
But I do like Lummy. That's why it hurt my feelings.
Well,
I do like Lummy a lot. Lummy's a cool dude. He's very lovable. He's super nice. We always get along well on and off the air. We work well together. We dance well together. He's very helpful. I try to be helpful when he needs me to do something. We communicate well. That's why it hurt my feelings. Not because I hate Lummy. Quite the opposite.
I understand.
So, yeah, sorry, but I've been, I was sitting on this all weekend, and it sucks when you're baking a cake for someone and for their birthday trying to celebrate them, and I'm getting content from literally everybody else. Bubba Army, people not even, not on the air, on the air. Post this, and Macho Man's pretty new, but he got an invite, but I didn't, and I felt dumb. I looked at him like, what are you talking about? Why would I see you tomorrow? Well, okay, great. And then on top of that, it seems like you knew I would find out, and he didn't care. And I get it now. I haven't been to any of your other events, and and I apologize for that. I should have made more of an effort, and that's my bad. So I'm willing to take an L there, no problem. But yeah, it hurt my feelings.
Could she choke you out now, Lummy?
Sure.
What?
Stop. Stop.
To make me feel better.
Let's just go into words. Well, no, we can't even go into words because after all of this, I need a little sugar.
A cake?
And Lummy, I don't care how this ends up. This will work itself out, whatever way it's meant to be. But that being said, Lummy, we need to be in a good mood when we celebrate your birthday, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's a great mood. Person that baked me a cake and bakes everyone here a cake on their birthday, it hates me now, and because I didn't invite her to a party that I should have invited her to, so it's my fault now.
Okay, well, we all know. Boom.
I guess I'm eating some more Edmondsmans.
It's out there. Let's just we'll keep talking. And the phone lines are packed, but I'm afraid to go there because Lummy, how about this? I'll go to the phone lines because I don't want to not talk to the people, but as you cut people their cake, as you cut the cake, and maybe give everybody a piece of cake.
We're gonna take some calls and cut the cake.
Wait. We're gonna let these two buffoons cut the cake. One who's depressed and one who's angry. Someone's either gonna cut themselves or somebody else. Do you want me to cut the cake?
Yes.
I know how to use a knife, and I'm emotionally detached from this.
Go. Yes, go cut.
Two rats' asses about this one.
Go cut the cake, Dan. Okay, go cut Lummy's birthday cake. All right. And then distribute a piece to everybody while I take some phone calls, okay? So we don't get too far behind. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, Las Vegas Mario. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, can I chime in on this, or are you not taking any comments about this?
Yes, but listen. Let's not.
No,
I don't want everybody to. I don't want everybody to pile on and make anybody feel bad.
No, I won't. I just want to say I side with Anna. Lummy, you work with her Monday through Friday, even dropping her informal, like, hey, having a birthday party. And it's not about, like, you invite people to invite them. If they don't show up, you don't run a tally on that. You invite them. And if they say no, they say no. They'll catch you on the next one. But the fact that, like, she sits with you Monday through Friday, you could have dropped her something on a break, like, hey, birthday on Saturday. You want to roll through? I agree with Anna, man. That would hurt my feelings, too.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Lummy's taking note of that.
Yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. It wasn't intentional.
Hello.
Hey, brother. I just wanted to say, Lummox, great party this weekend, bro. Thank you for the invite, dude.
I'm sorry, Terry. Got lost in the mail.
Hello. Only us. Only our show. Hello.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, good. No call.
No, just Dan.
Happy birthday to you.
The cake was baked by our favorite Jew.
Our cake was baked by our favorite Jew. Getting invited to her party. God, the cake maker doesn't even get invited to the party.
And if you don't do it again, she will make you tap.
To you.
Love you.
Careful, Lummy. She's had a little time to poison it now.
Yeah. You make her eat the first bite, man. You might get Hitlered out with a ricin pill.
Hitler.
Thank you, Anna.
You're welcome.
Didn't Hitler
I am sorry.
Didn't Hitler off himself?
No, he never died. He escaped to Argentina. Sorry.
All right. So I'll tell you what. Let's go into words so we can eat the cake, okay? And then let me. I got a card. I want you to, open and read. I got a present for you. It's in the card.
Thank you.
So, I want you to open. Anybody else who has any cards or presents for Lummy, which I don't think anybody would.
No.
So Lummy, looks like you'll be opening up my card. Anna made a cake, and she didn't get invited, and I got a card, and I was invited. So there you go. It's an even out, Willie.
Yes.
We'll do it next, okay?
Striving to reach new lows every day. It's Bubba the Love Sponge.
All right, over to our. I know collectively we can say that this is our probably in the history of my life my most favorite press secretary.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? Jean Von Klondamlon?
What is it? KSP? What's her?
What is her
acronym?
Name? What is her name? This
woman.
Jean-Pierre.
Sideshow Bob.
GSP, but not really.
It's what is it? Karine Jean Pierre.
It's Karine Jean Pierre.
Mauritania, I want to say.
Karine Jean Pierre.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
This woman here, she is the press secretary for Joe Biden.
Yep.
And
she replaced Jennifer Psaki.
I never thought I'd miss her, but here we are.
Here we are. And this is a question about why are we not talking about this child in
the love child with the stripper and the cocaine?
Yeah, like why? Hello, we're the White House press, and we are specifically supposed to ask questions about what's going on with the president in his life and his living chambers, and anything to do with the president is inbounds. Can you tell us why nobody's talking about the fact that Hunter Biden has a 4-year-old love child or something like that, and he's paying $20,000 a month?
No, he got lowered now.
Oh, well, he
the new laws.
He got his. Okay. So not only does he have one, but he used the judicial system to get his court-ordered child support lowered. So, I mean, nobody can say that ain't your kid. Like, there's
a DNA test.
I know.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want, like, the White House won't talk about. Well, why not? Why this
because it doesn't make the president look
This
very
is
good.
an inbounds question. You'd make Donald Trump answer this question. Right?
Yep.
There was a story in the New York Times over the weekend about Hunter Biden's daughter in Arkansas. Does the president acknowledge this little girl as his granddaughter?
I don't have anything to share from here.
Does the president recognize this little daughter as his granddaughter? Poor little thing. Joe Biden has other little grandkids that get to come to the White House and be all cool, and this poor little hillbilly girl.
She didn't get invited.
This little Arkansas bitch, she got straight on a humbled.
He got no commented.
Yeah. Hold on now. And now listen,
Biden's
do you know how cool it would be as a grandchild, a kid, if you will, to be able to say that my grandpa is the president, and I get to go, and I get to every once in a while go see my grandpa at the White House.
The other grandkids were going to the beach in Delaware.
The other
for beach day.
grandkids. I mean, you let other grandkids from your other children. You recognize them. They get to do the fun. Why can't the little
Lines of coke?
Why can't the Arkansas little wildcat do something? Huh?
Well, she can't even use his name now, Biden.
His granddaughter?
I don't have anything to share from here.
There was a story in the New York Times over the weekend about Hunter Biden's daughter in Arkansas. Does the president acknowledge this little girl as his granddaughter?
I don't have anything to share from here.
There was a story in the New York Times over the weekend.
So just keeps.
Did you see what it was lowered to?
What? It was 20,000
to 5,000.
And look at how cute. Look how cute she is.
Her mom's
little,
a strip of hoe.
Little,
Her dad is Hunter
but
Biden.
she's a little cutie.
It's not her fault. Yeah.
It got lowered to 5,000.
She should be able to wear my grandpa's the president's, to school, and like she should be able to say that for real.
It's interesting because presidents, some of them decide to take certain family members in and excludes other family members. And so, Obama did it a little bit with one of his brothers, kind of ignored him. Biden did it with one of his sisters, who is like who's like a waitress at a diner. And so these people pick and choose who wins and who loses. And so obviously he's made his decision. I really don't give two rats' asses about whether or not he recognizes one of his 7 grandchildren, because he doesn't even recognize himself in the mirror when he sees his mirror.
I've never seen that kid.
He doesn't even
Bring it home,
recognize.
Dan. I know where Dan's going.
He doesn't even recognize the plight of our country.
No. So instead of worrying about his grandchildren, who, again, will not remember him when they're adults because he'll be long dead, we should be instead talking about some of the things I think that people in America would be a little bit more concerned about. Maybe about the economy still diving, maybe about the interest rates going up so much that they've doubled for most loans and people are finding it difficult to finance things. Amazingly, the interest rates rose, people's credits were mysteriously going down. And so if you look at credit ratings over people for the last 2 years, they've plummeted.
Mine are
Plummeted.
I mean, I don't think it can get worse than 350.
But that's okay. But Biden is now doing cluster bombs, which are just morally reprehensible, and sending those to Ukraine. He's already sending jets. Might as well send some nukes to Ukraine too, because we're just about to start our own nuclear war here. But seriously,
we
shouldn't be worried about that.
Worried about some grandkid.
We shouldn't be worried about that. We should be worried about this grandchildren. We shouldn't be worried about the fact that there's cocaine in the White House.
Hell
we
yeah.
should be worried about the
Wing.
fact that Biden's been taking bribe for the last 10 years. Well, let's worry about instead His grandchild, who no one gives two rats' asses about. Why are we even discussing his grandchild? Let's discuss the fact that our country is circling the toilet bowl drain as we're getting flushed down here, that we can't even feed or own, but we're sending billions and billions of dollars to other countries, that we can't protect our own borders, but we're protecting Ukraine's borders, that we can't protect our own economy, but we're propping up all these other third world economies, that we can't prevent the pollution. Canada can't put out a fire, and we're choking in America. We're worried about a wood-burning oven for a pizza in New York, where in New York you can't even see outside because there's so much pollution from Canada. But God forbid, we shouldn't say anything to Canada.
Yeah.
And by the way,
for those
there is a human trafficking problem going on here. There's a drug problem going on here. There's an education problem going on here. There is a public safety problem going on here. But no, let's worry about his freaking grandchild.
Don't forget about the abortion.
Oh, and by the way, some abortion issues here, some First Amendment issues here. We've got the government just making social media companies edit people that they don't agree with. Why? Why should we be so worried about this grandchild? We should instead be worried about literally tomorrow. People can't feed their families. People can't pay their bills. They can't fill up their car. They can't even get a job anymore because we're paying illegal migrants pennies on the dollar to do our jobs. We're destroying ourselves from within, and we're still talking about this freaking grandchild. It's silly. Let's stop being distracted by all the BS from TikTok to Biden's granddaughter. And instead, I think we should worry about the things that are really important, like the world, like our economy, like our safety, like our families, like our existence.
How about somebody told me, I don't know if this is true or not. If this is true, man, the wheels have fallen off. That you can get an abortion in California clear up until the baby has been out of the vagina for 27 days.
No. Out of the vagina for 27 days?
That's what somebody...
What? So you can kill an infant?
I thought I read that somewhere.
Well, were you high? I don't know.
Might have been. Hey, Alexa, how late can you get an abortion in California?
There is a place called Abortion Alternatives on Mission Street in San Francisco. It is currently closed but will be open today from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
What do you call?
Hey, Alexa, how old can the baby be and still get an abortion in California?
I don't know that one.
Let me bing. Let me bing. Let me
I don't see anything about 28 days after. I see that it's up to 24 to 28 weeks after the first day of your last period.
Yeah, I think that'd be murder.
20. I mean, can you imagine on day 26 a kid
set up and
maybe you were reading? Maybe you misread that, Bubba. It was 28 weeks after the last period, and not 28 days after delivery.
Well, you know how I get, buddy.
I think that's what you did, Bubba.
If you're looking for that non-offensive broadcast,
you're in for a surprise. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I love the sponge.
It's not that kind of love sponge.
The Love Sponge.
Broadcasting from a bricked-in parking garage near the flight path of a major American airport. It's time to turn out the propaganda and manipulate some minds. Now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We are kind of a bricked-in bat layer within the flight path of Tampa International Airport. For real.
One of the main runways.
Yeah. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Michael Beal, Lummy, he's hit his 2,400 threshold, but threw on another 25 this morning on PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and then John Costica yesterday late, after hours trading, $100 on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Started out a little bit lethargic today, Lum.
Edward Regal, 25 on the Cash App.
Edward Regal came up. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all at the Bubba Army. We'll drive you crazy with it, but it's how we pay the bills and stay in business. And most radio stations scratch their head at the template. They're like, how does that work? That Bubba can intertwine, have a radio, an entertaining show, but yet somewhat of a telethon feel, huh? Come on now. Give me a little credit, buddy. As much as you guys want to hate, you guys can't do it. I've been listening to a lot more talk radio here in town, and there's just not a lot of good people that fundamentally can retain an audience. Like, there's just not a lot of good radio hosts that don't have a ton of crutches.
Hall of Fame, Cooper Lips, $100 Venmo.
Now, everybody, just close your eyes and think of all the talk shows in town, from MJ to Calta to everybody in Orlando.
And we have to close our eyes for this exercise.
Drew, Will, Johnny B, the guy over at 970 FLA. The only people that are good are either the syndicated Slingin' D's or me. Nobody else can. You guys are just you're crutchy. You have to have topics, or you have to have telephone calls, or you got to have it's a culinary Friday, and we're going to be talking about hamburgers today. Really?
Hey.
And can you repurpose that? And can you make any money at it? Can you make a living if you were to take your radio salary away? Could you be able to make a living and have a staff of 6 people? Could you pay yourself and 5 others, along with a big ass mortgage along with a huge studio, your own studios? Would you be able to do? I don't think any of them could.
I don't
think any of them could, because they never had the global thumbprint that I did, that I was so very fortunate to get from Howard. Which, that's, if we only had Tampa to support us, we'd be done. We would be in that same boat. But because we had a global stage for so many years, and then when we were kind of had a herpes effect where we just spread and we infected a lot. We're the radio. We infected a lot of people. And you guys gave it, throw us a little Valtrex here and there to suppress it.
Thank you.
Lummy, what about this locals thing now? I guess we got quite a bit of people signed up for it. It's through Rumble.
Yes.
And if you sign on, if you have a Rumble account, which I think this is where Russell Brand did his exclusive interview. I think it was exclusive to Rumble.
I think the full interview was. I got that
from YouTube.
Segment from YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure they clipped. They have clips.
No, but the full interview was on Rums.
The long form Willie started on Russell Brand's. And by the way, he's one of the largest on Rumble. Him and Crowder.
I like him more and more and more every time I see him.
I do too.
I love Russell Brand for 2 reasons. Number one, he is smart. But number 2 is he knows how to work. And if you watch when he's being interviewed, because people like to minimize his influence and his intelligence. They like to look at him as like he's just some stupid comedian.
Or actor.
Right, an actor, and just some someone that you don't really have to pay attention to. And it's amazing because mainstream media, mainstream media loves to denigrate him. And it's disgusting. How
you know why? Because he doesn't come in the standard Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder package.
Yeah, I mean, he dresses like a Jedi, has long hair,
but you know what?
Disheveled, but
he's cool, man.
Absolutely,
he's cool. And he's a handsome fella.
Yes,
and hold on, and as cool as he is, he's as smart. I mean, the guy is brilliant.
Former
Dan, I'd put him on. I mean, I would literally put him against you in any debate.
He's better.
I mean, not medical,
but he's better at his presentation, and he's really good at when you go after him. I watched this when he did the Morning Joe with that dumbass that she had no idea how to interview him. She had no control. He took over the entire show. It's very difficult for the interviewee to take over the show. Only a couple people in history have been able to do it. Howard Stern, Bubba, and Russell Brand are the only ones I know that can really take over a show and make the interviewer become the interviewee.
I even do it with Howard.
Yes.
But Howard is on that mountain of doing it.
Yes, it's Mount Rushmore.
But when I am with Howard, I usually take lead. I could play, I don't know, 15, 20 interviews at the times that I've had Howard on. You can see that I kind of take lead. Howard kind of lets me take lead.
Yes,
at the end of the day.
You guys dance really well together.
Lummy, is this what Dan was talking about right here?
Yep.
Stand by. This is when Russell Brand was on the Morning Joe, and I forget what this bitch's name is, but she was trying to enter.
She sucks.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get to it here.
Author and host of the show Brand X, Russell Brand. This summer he's embarking on his first ever worldwide comedy tour, The Messiah Complex. Katty Kay and Brian Shackman are here as well, and he already told Brian that he might want to disrobe.
he's a pretty good look.
I'm just saying.
he's handsome.
Hold on here. He's a pretty good looking dude, man.
Very handsome.
I mean, like, I don't know, this is, him not all shot, like he just got back from the beach like he usually looks, which I have no problem with.
And he's older than you would think, too.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
He looks great, man.
Well, no, this is a while ago.
It's not that long ago.
Is it not?
No, it's not that long ago, number one. Number two, he is so good at commanding attention, but if you start dogging him, he'll stop paying attention to you.
Maybe I only think Russell can do that. You look fantastic.
That is a very kind compliment. You also look beautiful. Brian, you are free to wear whatever you want. This is one of your freedoms that is afforded to you. I appreciate that.
That means dumb
Dan,
tie.
Again, Dan, he takes over. They gave him a little compliment as just kind of an opener to the interview, and then he took it, flipped it around, and put it back on them. And took over the conversation,
and notice
made fun of the dude in a very crikey type way.
And notice how charming he is, even if he's insulting you.
Yeah.
You can't help but like him.
An insult with a smile is beautiful.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you one thing. A major.
The girls are like.
I'll tell you what. I mean, he doesn't probably need a major network right now because the way he's doing it is the way is where
6+ million
is where major network guys would love to be right now, and doing it your own way on Rumble, being able to make a huge living, having a huge following, having zero filters, and being able to do it your way. I mean, but a major network would be remiss not to offer him a huge deal because he would be.
No way.
You don't think so?
No way.
I think what keeps him away from a major network and something that people like the most about him is the way that he presents the news and presents the facts. He doesn't really follow an agenda. He doesn't stick to one side or the other. It's not easy for people to label him as right-wing content or whatever the hell else.
Bubba,
that's not available. That's not available anywhere on TV.
Have you ever listened to his? Sorry, go ahead.
If I'm Bubba producer, I'm absolutely putting him on an 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock time slot.
Right.
And I'm paying him $50 million a year.
There's no way.
And I am winning every.
And I am the maverick that decided to go against the grain and not be, pigeonholed into a R or an L or a red or a blue.
I'm gonna put him and
I'm gonna
Tucker.
put this guy on here and go crazy. Hold on.
The boots are
I want to see them. Come on, put them on the table.
Kinky boots time.
Wow.
So
there are some boots.
Those are nice.
And these bitches are getting like, they're like, oh my God, this guy's hot as hell. I mean, this is about as much network flirting as you can get away with, right?
Feet up, relax.
I wouldn't do that. I don't want to disrespect your program.
Okay, no.
You did ask to see.
No, I did, and I liked it.
By the way, I wish I had his accent. I love that accent.
It makes you sound way more posh.
He's so sexy.
It sounds so posh. It sounds so
esteemed.
I mean, even to me, I'm not a gay man, but I'm just saying, like, I really envy this guy's. This guy's accent. I wish I had that accent.
He'd be on my short list.
English woman, so
and we
I felt obliged.
We talked about kinky boots recently. So
yes, it's a fantastic show. You have to go. Okay, Russell. Ooh,
sorry about that.
That's all right.
You just disrespected the table. Giant Jenga. It's like your desk is a puzzle.
It is. I'm sorry about that.
What is the solution?
I think we could try and pull it back in. So
there you go, love. Be careful because that's a low cut dress.
It's a wonder. It's a wonder. You should have threw. Where do you guys get your studio sets from IKEA? Like, what the hell's going on around here?
Try and pull it back in. So
there you go, love. Be careful because that's a low cut dress.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm only flesh and blood. I've got instincts.
Oh, okay. Well,
tell me what you need.
Touching her hair.
This guy's the best, man. This dude's the best.
To know.
I'm just gonna have a drink here. Katty Kay, question.
She's got to cool herself down, man.
You know she's got something in that too.
That's the name of your tour?
Yes.
Do you have one?
No. It's a mental illness.
Right. And you don't have that either?
I hope that I'm here as a fully qualified professional gentleman.
None of us are.
Free from mental illness.
Free from it.
None of you. This is a hotbed of neurosis and psychosis.
Yes.
Oh my word, I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah.
But Joe's not here, so there are no messiahs.
That's true. Although we actually bring more mental illness to the table than we admit, at least on this side here, for sure.
On this side,
We're 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and we have not said nothing other than
scrambled.
Yeah, well.
So tell me about the tour. You're starting in Abu Dhabi. Is that where it began?
Yeah, it's in a lot of Middle Eastern nations and South Africa and all across Europe, and of course in your wonderful country and in our country. I'm very, it's a really good tour. I'm talking about Malcolm X, Che Guevara, Gandhi, and Jesus Christ, and how these figures are significant culturally, and how icons are appropriated and used to designate consciousness and meaning, particularly posthumously.
And what brings all those people together?
They're all people that died for a cause. They're all people whose icons are used to designate meaning, perhaps not in the manner in which they intended.
I kind
of like religious is almost flim-flamming religion, right?
Well, you talk about the iconic symbols and the symbolism of someone like that. Like, for instance, let's just take an easy one, someone that's not that iconic but was a symbol, and that is Columbus. You know, we as we were children, we said, "Oh, Columbus discovered America." Now we talk about how Columbus was, a colonial rapist,
misogynistic.
He's the devil. He's the only one.
Didn't even make it to America.
The only person worse than Christopher Columbus was Adolf Hitler. I mean, that's how he's portrayed today. But that's what he's saying, is that their entities become so iconic and represent a meaning that's not necessarily what they wanted themselves to mean. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I like that. That sounds dead serious.
It's funny when you do it as a joke. I don't take it seriously. I'm just when I do it on stage.
Can't we get 30 seconds now?
Well, not really, love. I mean,
Gandhi,
this is
go.
how it works. Gandhi, go.
Gandhi, go.
I hope that's not your message to Gandhi and the people of India.
No, it's funny though, because I travel a lot. And
all these people are at work, are they?
Yeah, they're working.
See, he was completely disinterested in this nerd's monologue, and so he goes
That's
ahead.
what he does. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't like you or your line of questioning, he ignores you.
He blows you off, and and talks about the camera guy.
Work.
Well, no.
Work more quietly.
They're Facebooking, actually.
What are they doing?
Facebooking.
They're Facebooking.
Yeah.
Shopping.
I bet they can't look at pornography. I bet it's blocked on their website, huh?
Oh, I don't know.
They look pretty focused. But they're allowed to look at, if they wanted to, they can tweet, they can Facebook.
Yeah, they have to. That's part of their
job. They're probably tweeting right now.
They're tweeting themselves senseless.
Man, so these major shows have a pile of people over there that are just doing nothing but just interacting and trying to probably cut up shorts and
see that
get
all the time.
But I know what I'm saying is that that's what the team is now behind you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to gather leads and do things like that. They're trying to get your content out on every possible thing known to man, right? Try to find some little smidgen of something interested that your stupid host may have come up with, and get it out to your various platforms. Most of them have nothing to really significant, and most of them aren't that funny. So this group of people are really doing nothing, scrambling around trying to find a little needle in a haystack of funniness. Like, what can you? I mean, right? I mean, most of these people's shows suck. And so they got a group of 5, 8, 9 people back there trying to cut up the show 14 different ways a Sunday and get it on the Insta and get it on the Twitter and get it on the Facebook.
And interact with people reacting to the show. I think that's also
That's to create the atmosphere.
Look how many people there are.
If we're a hotbed of news.
It's a working news. Yeah.
They're actually actors.
See, Russ just called them out. You're a hotbed of working news.
They're all fully qualified actors.
Yeah.
They're all just now looking for acting work.
So people, you have a pretty broad range here.
They're all just aspiring actors.
Ask a serious question. Can I try? I'll try.
Try. It's never good.
I'll try.
Go ahead.
Everyone asks, what do you like better, TV, movies, or stand-up? But which one's more difficult? I mean, going on stage, I think, is probably pretty tough. A movie can be boring because you shoot a thing 100 times. TV is what it is.
There are challenges in all of those different disciplines. The thing I enjoy most is stand-up comedy because you're direct with your audience. You can't be misinterpreted. People can't get confused. You know what happens if you work in media? People like to change the information so that it suits a particular agenda. If you're in a room with people, then what you're saying is clear. If you say something that people are confused about, you can explain it to them then. If you say something as a joke, people can't pretend that you're saying it seriously. So I like having direct communication with people because I believe people are very, very intelligent, but the information gets manipulated a lot and people like to cause fake stirs and stuff.
Funny, the accent, when I see him in person, totally fine. Forgetting Sarah Marshall or the TV show, it's fine. But on satellite radio in the car, I can't understand a single joke you say.
You can't understand it.
Can you
I can't.
understand me?
Yes, but I'm telling you, when I'm driving in the car and everyone's laughing in the audience of the radio, I'm like, I have no idea what he just
It's
said.
best you focus on your driving, Brian. You're a man, you don't want to be distracted by humour. You might crash into a pedestrian.
So it's a good thing.
I think it's probably for the best.
I think this is my first.
Let's see what this old bag's got to say here. She sat back and watched this whole thing.
Brand experience?
Yeah. I think it's not listening to him, it's experience. It's just sort of taking it all in.
You are talking about me as if I'm not here and as if I'm an extraterrestrial. You know I'm from a country
you're
that's
kind of
near
shop
to you.
window dummy. We're just sort of admiring the
This woman here is freaked out, I think.
whole, it's the whole thing, isn't
Well,
it?
thank you for your
like a
casual
sculpture.
objectification.
It's an experience.
I'm glad that it's
experience.
positive for you.
It's very positive, absolutely. Any other questions? I'm a little nervous.
You've become nervous.
Okay.
Why are you nervous?
Willie,
You're a powerful woman. You've got a lovely job. What seems to be the trouble?
I don't know.
You've got a hair like Princess Diana.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I've never
When
seen
she
it.
was alive,
Here's
wasn't being offensive.
Here's a little subtext.
Yes.
I'm petrified of her, and you have her on her heels.
And she's just moved down the
I
other end of the table.
absolutely love this. Keep
Willie, what's
going.
And look at he knows that he owns this bitch right now,
He just
doesn't he?
leaned back and just
He
started
just
looking
lean
at her.
back and like a Dan
So
Diaco and be
calm.
like, you have just showed me your hand, and now things are. I want you. Yeah.
What seems to be the trouble, love?
No, I'm good.
Well, now we're going to
Flower
do a bit of
is
therapy.
opening her
Would you-
petals.
It's almost like she's nervously flirting.
Yes, it's exactly what she's doing.
do therapy with Willie Brown.
But she's trying to make it like she's scared or intimidated by him.
Yeah,
But in
but
actuality, she's nervously flirting. Her panties are wet.
She's trying to pretend like she's not an over-the-hill alcoholic skank, but
Well, see, I
good
didn't.
for her.
None of us. None of us. I don't even have my disclaimer, but that's not how the
That's
Bubba the Love
Dr.
Sponge
Diaco.
feels.
Let's go on.
At all.
He comes in here Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and is broken down Ferrari.
And so please, I need to find my disclaimer.
It is broken down Ferrari. Is that what you said?
We need to come up with a disclaimer. Dr. Dan Diaco's opinions are not one that are in concurrent with the Bubba the Love Sponge show. He sometimes becomes unhinged as he drives his Miami show car into work and can't get to hood to settle down. So please do not hold whatever comes spouting out of his hole against us. Thank you.
This lady's a lovely lady.
Brandt?
With who?
Willie Brandt. Would you do therapy with him?
I don't think.
Because that's where he's heading.
Okay. I'm all right.
You shouldn't say he when a person is present. You should refer to the person by their name. That's basic good manners.
That is where Willie is heading.
Who is Willie?
I don't know. Okay, Russell Brand.
Is this what you all do for a living?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm here
professional.
to. Okay, well, let me help you.
He's saying, you guys interview people for a living. I got you locked up. You don't even know what to say to me, and you guys still got jobs.
And they're calling him the
Right.
wrong name.
Right.
They're like, Willie. He's not Willie. What the hell's Willie?
Exactly.
A tour called Messiah Complex.
I'll
It's
show
here
you
for the
my
people
Willie.
of America. I want the people of America to come and see me do stand-up. Go to russellbrand.tv where you can purchase tickets to see me. These people, I'm sure, are typically very, very good at their job. What is it? You're conveying news to the people of America.
Yes.
People of America, we're going to be okay. Everything's all right.
He takes over the complete show.
Yes. Yep.
There's three
Dominates it.
hosts there, and he completely took it over.
These are your trusted anchors.
Leaning.
Is that a news link? Here's your papers. I'll shuffle them for you.
What's that, Macho?
Mika's having a panic attack. I'm loving it.
I
She said
know.
so.
Yeah.
Have a look. Give us that.
That's good. Pen. You need a pen.
Okay,
Definitely.
coming up later. Thank you very much,
Absolutely
Kat.
need a pen.
Okay, we're going to be talking about the situation with Edward Snowden. This whistleblower, is it good?
See, I
what he's
told you,
done
it was
for
a while
America, or are our secrets being?
See, this is what I want to see on
2013.
TV, not these fake three people propped up here. I want to see basically what, Russell's doing is he took over their script and says, let me show you how to do it. Now, what?
Jeopardized by his intentions. We're going to be talking about that. Also, Bradley Manning. Is Bradley Manning an American hero, or is he compromising the safety of American troops? We care about your views here on Morning Joe. We'll be talking about those later. Here with me are
Chelsea
Brian
Manning.
and Kat. Brian, nice tie. What do you think about Edward Snowden? What do you think about the situation with Snowden? Have you got anything to hide? Should we be concerned about the revelations that are occurring?
I don't know what's wrong with you. I understand everything he's saying.
No, it's because you're looking at him. When you don't see him and you don't see
All right, so
He
he's
keeps
just,
saying him. He just told him, stop calling me a pronoun.
Well, he also just
a-hole.
mentioned when you don't look at him. So has he not been looking at him this entire time?
I just know that I am such a huge Russell Brand fan.
Yeah, he's great, and there's two reasons he's great. He's inclusive. He's like, we're all in this together. Even though you may think left, you may think right, we're still faced with these daily challenges that we need to overcome as society, as humans.
I'm going to get into him. He had Tucker on. This is Tucker's very first appearance. This is the first show that Tucker has done. Tucker has done like what, 6 or 7 Twitter one-offs? 8 Twitter one-offs. And that's pretty much where he's kept all of his stuff until he did the Russell Brand show, and it was live on Rumble yesterday. We'll break that down next.
He's in need. The Love Sponge of serious psychotherapy. Bubba the Love Sponge.
I apologize for interrupting your regular program.
Yo, Power Pick. Hello.
Should hit these with everything we got, sir.
Living vicariously through his bizarre world.
Imagine how much protein's in my body.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lum, I think we got one of my best friends in the entire world, Alex Stein, standing by.
Yeah, the great
I know
Alex
that he
Stein.
probably watches me as I get ready for the show and as the bumpers are coming through and we know we're getting ready to go live. He see my little idiosyncrasies and how I get ready, and then boom, I just turn on the charm, smooth and silk. I'm sure that he sees all that because he's a student of the game. He is, my friend. Hello, Alex.
I am a student of the game, and I can tell. It seems like you're on a little. You're kind of on the edge today, a little. I saw you got a little trigger happy with Rhett right there.
Rhett's real true. Yeah, he's a rook. He's a rook. He's that guy that's a 4th rounder that is going to be a special teams player for the first couple of years, but he might come into it. You know what I'm saying? He certainly needs to be on the roster. And he's not even on the practice squad. He's not even on the practice squad, but he's special teams. He's a project nonetheless. Lummy, meanwhile, he's my starting left tackle. Anna's my starting wideout. Dr. Dan's my what can Dan be? My running back,
wide receiver,
my running back.
Yeah.
Macho Man. He is the ball boy, kind of. and Rhett is on the practice squad. He might make the team.
Comes up every once in a while.
Listen,
do you think Rhett's practice squad or special teams?
Well, I'd like to answer this question because I was just watching one of Rhett's clips about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and honestly, it was very well done, very professional.
Hold on. You're talking about Rhett's show. No. We're talking about Rhett's appearances.
I know we're talking about your
two different
show,
things.
Of
course, Rhett's going to be straight
But I'm
money.
saying those skills are applicable, if I said that right, for your show as well, because it shows that he can edit, he can voice over, he can do the clips.
Thank you.
No, not. But we're talking about two different worlds. Him, what he can do, what he can do off air here is very valuable. He's very I absolutely need him. He's the best at, I would never not want it. But as we try to triculate him into the program, he's just a little, he was just initially just a video guy. And his first time he was here, let's just be honest, he was kind of a dick. He was kind of a dick. He'll tell you that.
Well,
Rhett, the first time you were here, you kind of had a chip on your shoulder, did you not?
Yeah. A little sensitive.
Yeah, he didn't quite understand our dynamic. You know how we're always making fun of each other and, understanding our little, cynical world that we live in.
Our social credit system.
Yeah. And so he quit. He quit. Plus he smoked cigarettes back then. I was kind of mean to him. I kind of ran him off. I don't know if I ran him off, but I didn't like him.
Was Rhett always ripping cigarettes, just constantly?
Yeah, he's a big smoker.
Just ripping heaters,
Alex knew that he's a smoker.
But I don't know. He was just really gingered out, and he was just and he was just he didn't really he was kind of had a chip on his shoulder. And I'm like, bitch, what do you got? I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. You're some jobber that just came from Cox, got fired from Cox or quit Cox or whatever. Some big don't bust me up corporate big ass radio company. And you're coming into my place trying to act like you're all that and stuff. Bitch, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. I got my own studios, my own distribution platform. I am far bigger from what you came from. And you're giving me an attitude? I'm the Tom Brady of Tampa radio. I'm the all-time greatest. I'm the all-time greatest ever to come from Tampa, Florida. And I got this little snotty-nosed bitch kind of being a little bitch to me. So we kind of clashed at first. So then he comes back a second time, and he's completely different. He's super chill. He's cool as hell. I find myself liking him. I was then told that he didn't smoke cigarettes. Back then I was confusing that with weed, which then that kind of gives it a cool factor, because I think it was kind of cool if he went out back during the show and got high. Like, I think that's cool. You know, I really do.
That is cool.
Smoke a joint, you're great. Smoke a Newport, you're fired.
Right.
You know, like, I'm just saying. And then I'm like, you know what? We kind of hang out a little bit. I kind of, you know, and he's getting, you know, we had a little bit of an engineering change with Blitz leaving and stuff, and he kind of stepped up.
You're both
there.
dog owners.
He kind of stepped up there on the technical side of things, and then he starts. You know, every once in a while we kind of turn his mic on to get some advice, and then he starts trickulating it in more and more.
So he touches his wiener.
Yeah, I mean,
dog.
And he brings his dog to work, and we don't care. Like, you know, now he's kind of cool. Now he's kind of cool, and he's so damn cool that he's trickulated himself on the show. But it's tough love, man. I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to discipline him. When he makes mistakes, he's going to get disciplined.
A bad boy.
I run a tight ship. I run a tight ship around here, Alex Stein, bitch. Unlike you.
I don't.
You don't
it's
run a
making
tight
me
ship.
mad.
No, he doesn't.
Oh yeah, you know I run the loosest Titanic, Ocean Gate.
Yeah, about as tight
shit.
about as tight as your protective. The way you're supposed to put your gloves together to protect your face so you don't get your brains bashed in. You have the worst boxing stance and skills I've ever seen.
You're talking about me? Did you watch my latest sparring?
Yeah, I did yesterday when you were
That's
supposed
only
to.
About,
yesterday when you were supposed to be on the show.
Yeah, there was a scheduling conflict.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be on Shuli's show Tuesday, then they canceled me on Monday, and then I forgot this. I said, "Oh, I can do it Wednesday," not even realizing that we do this show every Wednesday. So it was just kind of.
Hold on, you kicked me off for the Shuli show?
Come on, Stein.
It was an
You don't realize in the overall global scheme of you're putting me. Hold on, I got canceled for Shuli. I got canceled for Shuli.
It's not even like that.
Are you kidding me?
It's not a canceled. We had to reschedule. It's different because trust me, I get canceled on by politicians,
No, you
and then I get rescheduled.
You should
a
say
reschedule is different than a cancel.
Listen, here's the deal.
Let's just be very clear about that.
I have a standing Wednesday 9:15 gimmick with you. You know that. We've been doing that fairly consistent, okay?
Yeah,
so
yes.
I should less, a Glenn Beck or like Tucker or some big shows that would request you at 9:15 my time on a Wednesday. I should be the priority. And so when Shuli says I need 9:15 or whatever, however I got knocked out of my 9:15ish yesterday, whoever did, if it was Shuli, I'm going to beat your ass more than that guy that's already going to beat your stupid geek nerd ass. You son of a bitch.
First of all, we talked about you a lot. We spoke very.
So it happened. He did.
Oh my gosh.
I should hang up on him right now.
Bubba,
we got real heat.
Bubba,
we got real heat. We got real heat. How do I end this?
I'm not even allow this.
I ended it. We got real heat.
Did you just hang up on him?
Yeah, absolutely.
We thought he was sad over losing his girlfriend.
Done. We're done.
Oh no.
We're done. You have no respect for me. You have no respect for me.
Is it because he put me over? I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't. No, it was the fact that he picked, and then I even gave him a chance to maybe get out of it, Lummy. And he's like, "Yeah, I did the Shuli show yesterday at 9:15. I did. I bumped you, Bubba." For Shuli. Now, if I get bumped for Joe Rogan or Ben Shapiro or like anybody that's got a bigger
Tucker
following,
Carlson, Bongino, Steven Crowder,
Alex Jones, I get it. Or you're at a convention and right at 9:15 is you have to go in and make the big, like you're traveling or But if I'm bona finally getting rescheduled and bumped for a lesser. Now I love. Listen, let's nobody take this the wrong way in the fact that I have no problems with Shuli. I love Shuli. I love Shuli to
He's been on the
death.
show. You went to go see him do stand up at Side Splitters.
I've been to Side Splitters one time, and I've seen one guy there, and Shuli is the only person I've ever seen there. Now, Ron White happened to make a little
cameo.
Yeah, just because he was practicing on his new stuff, and I
Love
didn't even
him.
know how that world works, but now I do, and I find it fascinating that like a comedian will go to to a littler town and get this big comedian.
That's where they get the reps.
Big comedian.
Dave
Be
Chappelle does that all the time.
And,
So
and here's these little these real little places that have like 400 and 500 seat venues, and
less than that.
Yeah, and but they can't advertise it.
No.
So like, Ron White would be like, listen, you know what? I'd like to go up there and do like 20 minutes. I'm working on a new tour, and I'm trying that. And so they go, and he'll do 20 minutes to a very small crowd, and then I think they kind of hone in. They do it like 10, 15,
get reps
10, 15
material.
10, 15 times, and they take out and add stuff like, that one didn't do too
Work
good.
on their timing. Now,
Right.
did Ron White come on before Shuli? Or?
Yeah. He brought Shuli on.
That's
so like
crazy.
that's kind of even jobbing themselves out. Like a lot of them be like, listen, can I do it after your main guy's gone?
That would suck if you're going after Ron White.
Yeah, I mean, so you're Shuli and you're kind of you're mid card, Willie. You're not the upper. You're the mid card, mid to lower card stand up comedian roster deal. You are. You're not a Bill Burr. But Ron White certainly is up there in the big
I would
category.
say he's top tier comedians in the comedian world. He's not
Sure.
like on the level of Dave Chappelle or
No.
Kevin Hart or anything. But
again,
as far
there's
as
only
comedians go, he's top tier.
And on that toppest tier that you said, there's only a handful of those.
Oh yeah.
But so then there's the next tier down, which is the Ron Whites, and there's a lot of those. And so he's in that. He's a very, very respected.
That Blue Comedy Tour was one of the biggest tours for a while.
Ron White was part of that were selling out basketball arenas.
Yeah,
they were selling out arenas as
Yeah.
part of that deal. So he comes up and he does 20 minutes before Shuli.
Was it pretty good?
Oh, it was
really good.
great. And then he actually though one of the cool things about it is he let the crowd in on what he's doing. So he was like, hey, I just want to let you know. I don't know if you know how it works or not. So he kind of give you you felt like you're doing.
Pull the curtain back a little bit.
Yeah, and it kind of made you pull for him too more. You know what I'm saying?
It makes him more likable.
It's a kind of a brilliant technique.
Primes the audience to laugh.
It also primes them to be like, when something sucks, be a little easy on me here because I'm just trying it out. Right? Like I'm practicing.
It makes you more likable. I think that makes people more primed to laugh.
That'd be like, Lummy, if you were, what would be cooler than being able to go, like if you were a big Buccaneer fan, and you got the ability to go to practice and embed yourself like with the coaches.
Oh, it'd be the best.
So it's almost like you're getting to pull the curtain back a little bit as to how the process works. So Ron White goes, hey, I just want to let you know, man, a lot of times when us bigger comedians are trying to work on a tour or something like that, we got a 15, 20 set date, major cities, major arenas. We'll come to mom and pop little clubs like this and start working on our routine. And we got it by the time we play our gig. I've done 10, 15 little small mom and pop deals. So I'm just working on some material tonight. So let me go ahead and start talking at you. And so he kind of let you in on what he was doing, and it kind of gave you a little inside deal, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
So I don't even know what I was talking about.
Oh, Shuli, you like Shuli?
Yeah. So Shuli, I've seen Shuli. I like Shuli. This has nothing to do with Shuli. What this has to do with is about respect. And in the overall radio world, in the overall impression world, in the overall digital currency world, in the overall total followers world, in the overall, legendary status of radio people category, I truly trump Shuli, and boy, that's
you trump. Trump truly.
That's a one.
Truly Trump Shuli.
That's a tongue
twister.
Yeah, I truly top Shuli, truly in every way.
Yeah.
And you bump me for him. You didn't have the balls to tell Shuli, I'm sorry that you can't work it out, but I got a standing Bubba show every 9:15 on Wednesday that I simply can't miss. Now, people that are bigger than me, you tell me, hey, Bubba, and Lummy, we've had some cancellations from him, have we not?
Yes, we have.
And it's not a big deal because it's been a worthy cause, or he was traveling, or, something like that.
Yes.
But never have I been jobbed. Is that a... Now, hold on, but is that a... Lummy, is that not a job? Did we not just get jobbed?
We got jobbed on our every Wednesday show.
You know what? You jobbed me, and I am one of the great. I am one of the greatest of all time, and you jobbed me.
Can I get in here for a second?
Yeah, and then we're going into words.
Lummy, when you reminded him or asked him about it on Wednesday, did he seem surprised, or did he go, "Oh, listen, I can't do it today," or was he like, "Oh, I forgot"?
By the way, great question, because there's a lot riding on this. So great. You know what? Give Anna a +1 for a really gosh darn good question, and that wasn't a GD. Go ahead. Did you give her a +1?
Yeah, I'm doing that
now
right
answer
now.
the question. Answer it honestly.
I am. He just sent me a text. But he did act surprised, like he forgot. I figured he just had some other things going on, especially with.
Well, then we're not as special as we thought, because we thought that we are excited, and we always anticipate the 9:15 Alex Stein Wednesday call. Like, that's on our calendar.
That's
that's been our standing calendar.
Can I read a statement?
For about 7 to 8 weeks.
Who notified who first on Wednesday?
Oh, I text him always.
Can I read his statement? He wants to make a statement about this breakup. Screw you. Go ahead, tell me a statement.
I was supposed to go on Truly's Tuesday, then we rescheduled on Monday, and I should have said I can come on Thursday, but I forgot about Wednesday, so I didn't want to keep changing with them because I didn't want Shuli to think I was a dick.
Worrying more about what Shuli feels than me. Bitch.
Also,
I don't care how you split his conversation right now. That's the true meaning, whether you like me or not. He's saying, Anna,
I think
I'm more worried about pissing off Shuli than you.
But I think
making me
Bubba,
his bitch.
Bubba,
what?
I think you're reading into this in the wrong way.
Reading into it like a real man.
Because in my mind, I would probably, and I think we all do this, take liberty with people we're closest with. So maybe we're more likely to blow off like a parent, like my mom or my dad or my best friend.
Nobody blows me off.
Versus like someone new,
No.
because you're like, my dad will understand, my best friend will understand, but this new person may not.
That's the stupid little soft ass snowflake and having
you're right.
Being raised in San Diego, California.
I'm a liberal snowflake.
Not a rough guy.
I'm gonna tell you about how
I'm not rugged.
Let me tell you how a man interprets what happened. I just got jobbed for Shuli.
Right.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
I'm so sorry. That's the bottom line. Lummy, am I right or wrong?
You are right, Bubba.
Find a safe place and stay there. The four horsemen of the apocalypse asked him for advice.
Oh, God.
Bubba the Love Sponge.